everybody. Welcome to CosTalk Live, episode number 74. I am Sam from ThermoCosplay, and we will have, I believe, Amber Brite Props joining us shortly. But for now, it's just me, but that's okay. So on the episode today, we are actually going to be celebrating BIPOC cosplayers. And I've got so many tabs open. We figure, you know what, we need the best way to describe how to support Black, Indigenous people of color and to just support people of color in cosplay is to really go visit their pages. Hello, Cool Gamer. Is to really go visit their pages and check out their work, support their stores, support their creativity, and promote them as guests in events. So we figured in order for you to get more familiar with cosplayers of color, we're going to share a bunch of cosplayers of color that we follow, that we love. And if there are any cosplayers of color that we didn't cover in this episode, please be sure to share them. We would love to see it. So hello, Phantom of Many Topics. Today it is just me at the moment. We are expected, I am expecting one or two more people to join. But sometimes some mornings don't get along with people. So it's just me and my strawberry milk sweater and my cat, which you probably see in the background. He's got to always be there. All right, so what we're going to be sharing, I have a bunch of different cosplayers of color, and I mean a wide variety all over the spectrum. So the first cosplayer that I'm going to share with you guys is Cutie Pie Sensei. Oh, wait, hang on a second. We've got Amber Brite Props joining us.
Like super close. Like, hey, how's my mic? Is it okay?
Sounds good. I can hear you.
Good. Ooh. We had an issue where my laptop won't start up, so we had to like hodgepodge like an old web camera and then like my photo backdrop, so you can't see the like absolute disaster that's behind me. So
that's okay.
Fun.
So I already introduced myself.
Christmas
you want to introduce yourself? Oh my gosh! Yay! You're wearing a little holiday outfit. Yay!
You just can't see because I'm literally like this close to my freaking web camera.
That's okay. But I introduced myself. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Amber Brite. I'm a professional prop maker here in Phoenix, Arizona. I have been cosplaying for 1 year longer than whatever Sam said she was cosplaying for.
2014, so 2013 for her.
There we go. I can never remember that without Sam. I'm always like, Sam, whatever you said. I was in my like first year of cosplay when you started cosplaying. So it's been a morning. My laptop has decided that it does not want to live anymore. So we're just dealing with that. So
it happens. It's okay. So I just told everybody that today we're literally going to be sharing Black, Indigenous people of color cosplayers. So cosplayers of color, and we have a bunch of different cosplayers that we follow. And if there is a name on this list that you feel was missed, I suggest please post it into the comments area, and we'll make sure that we add them to future lists.
Today we're giving the gift of awesome cosplay.
Yep.
So and basically your feed and you don't have Black and Indigenous cosplayers in your feed is lacking. So
yes,
we're giving that to you today. Have some awesome cosplayers to follow.
And we're giving it to you today too, so you can have some people for a frame of reference for who to suggest at events and who to look for when you're going to events.
Sam, you just mute yourself.
What? Am I muted? Can you guys hear me?
Did I hear you?
Hey, everybody, can you hear me?
Hello, everyone who's joining. It's just Amber while Sam figures out what curse it is.
Hear Sam on the stream.
Oh, you can hear Sam, but not me.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I can hear Amber. All right. People who are watching the stream, if you can hear Thermo, say you can hear Thermo. If you can hear Amber, say you can hear Amber. I can hear us both. So I will just start sharing cosplayers while we're trying to figure out what audio is deciding to do to us today. So, all right. And so fans of mini topics, we actually stream to 3 different platforms. So you're only going to see people on YouTube, but we have Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch Live. So that's why you only see 3 people, but there are actually 5, 6.
Sound step is over. I'm back. I can hear everything. Okay.
All right. So let me share my screen for the first person.
Okay.
Good morning, Keychain, or actually Chibi. I'm going to get used to it. I swear I'm going to get used to it. I swear. All right. So here we go. I have so many windows open. It's not even funny.
I mean, if you follow cosplay and you don't follow Cutie Pie Sensei, like I'm not going to say you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it wrong. Cutie Pie Sensei is one of those cosplayers who has been around for a while. She does amazing stuff. She does a lot with like behind the scenes as well, talking about how she like self-photographs. Her TikTok is fire, as you can see from this. She is just gorgeous and hilarious and extremely, extremely skilled. So follow Cutie Pie Sensei. She's just absolutely fantastic. So fantastic.
I mean, this movie just came out. Look at this. Like,
yeah. Sometimes she's like, I'm going to cosplay this. And then like 2 days later, she's like, here it is. And I'm like, good God, woman, what witchcraft is this? She has a Nubia. I think that's it. Yeah. That Nubia is just, wow. So she has a Nubia and she has a Wonder Woman. And for those of you who don't follow Wonder Woman comics, Nubia is another Amazon warrior who does take on the Wonder Woman. She takes on the Wonder Woman mantle. So Wonder Woman and Nubia are 2 completely different characters. So she does both of them. I mean, just her craftsmanship is awesome. And she went all the way to friggin' Italy for this. And I was like, I want to go to Italy and do a cosplay shoot and be like, oh, work trip.
Yeah, that would be freaking awesome.
And I think this is a good place to just make a mental note. And this is one of those things that we can do, you know, as allies and as like decent freaking people, is don't qualify cosplays as Black cosplays, you know? So
They're just
like,
cosplayers.
yeah, they're just cosplays. Like she's cosplaying Miles Morales. She's cosplaying, you know, Wonder Woman. She's not cosplaying Black Wonder Woman. She's not cosplaying Black Loki. She's just cosplaying President Loki. So don't qualify things as like Black or whatever. And just in like the general sense, don't qualify cosplays unless the cosplayer themselves have qualified it. So like, you know, you're not female Loki, you're just Loki. You're not, she's not female Jessie there. She's just Jessie, unless she specifically is going after and saying, I am doing female Jessie. So, and of course my girl Snips. You gotta love it.
So we highly recommend following Cutie Pie Sensei. And we're going to go through a long, long list again. But follow Cutie Pie Sensei. Check out her amazing website. She has really good like walkthroughs of things that she does too. She creates a lot of stuff. And it's really, really cool. Yeah. So our next one is one of my favorites. So I love this cosplayer so much. And he just fills my heart with joy.
Oh yes.
Like Night Mage is great.
Night Mage is fantastic. And I love that he's equal parts beefcake and cheesecake at the same time.
He's so funny. Like he has some really funny videos.
And you're just like, why? Why are you doing this to us? And then sometimes like,
I mean, like this Buddy the Elf video is just ridiculous.
Yeah. He's one of those cosplayers you follow if you want equal parts, like I said, beefcake and cheesecake. Like he can do the looking amazing like that Witcher shot. I'm just like, excuse me for a few minutes. I need to take a breather. But then he'll like, you know, do Buddy the Elf. So
yeah. And Buddy the Elf is he has the Grinch too. He's like running around like
I first started following him back when he did Goliath from Gargoyles, and I was like,
oh, his Goliath. I got to see if I can find a picture of that. It is
that
so
was
amazing.
yeah, that was years ago though, so you might have to scroll for a while.
I might have to, but like this, I also really like his Moon Knight.
His Moon Knight. I think he's equal parts fabrication as he is purchasing.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we want to see. We want to see more
Yeah.
people comfortable with saying gender norms. What are gender norms? I like this character.
Here you go, right here.
Oh, it's just, you know.
Yes.
Like that's my childhood right there. You know.
Oh my gosh.
So good. So good.
And I mean, like, this was funny too. Like, 25%. Yeah, 50% off. But no, he also, I love this one too. So good.
Is Gomez? Yeah.
Gomez is great. So great. So I mean, again, we were talking about he pushes gender norms. He pushes any kind of norm you can find. He breaks through that barrier, and he's like, woo! That's why I love him so much. I love that no character is like off limits for him.
Yeah, and I love his makeup skills. His makeup skills are.
Yeah, I mean, this one was one of the ones I really enjoyed.
Yep.
But yeah, he's a lot of fun. Like we said, he's when it comes to my cosplay, if you can't accept me as a queen, you don't deserve me as a king. Yes.
That was one of those memes that I saved. And I'm like, I need to do something like this. Like,
yeah.
Love it.
It's just beautiful. So please, just
my only gripe
he's on Facebook and he's on Instagram. He's on like everything. So
my
check out Night Mage.
Is he has the hallway of marble pillars that he shoots in all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is that? And he never tags it. And I'm like, Night Mage, I need this.
Like, I think he's like a Midwest or East Coast cosplayer. So because it looks very
I actually don't know where he is.
I don't know.
I know it's not LA because I would have shot there already.
But yeah, so and we'll make sure that we'll post a list of the cosplayers that we have in this stream to the page next week. I would do it today, but I have something going on, so I'm going to do it afterwards.
You should have your fun, and you should be like following and tagging
right now.
along.
You should be following.
This is an interactive stream. Work at home.
And then the next cosplayer is local to Arizona, one of our friends, and this is Ashley Does Cosplay. She's been on the stream before too.
Mm-hmm. And she's I love this woman like beyond words. She's my wife. For those of you who don't know, this is my wife. And I stand everything about her. I first met her when she was doing her Tooth Fairy from Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, which yeah.
She's like, don't talk to her about that cosplay.
No, I think it's amazing that she just got it was a lot of, if you look at it, it was a lot of, this is the updated one, right?
Yeah, that's the newer version. But yeah, it's one of those cosplays, and I have those cosplays too, like my Asari one. I don't like I kind of like every time somebody brings up my Asari armor, I have this like mental cringe of, oh no, like it wasn't good, and it wasn't wearable.
See, I think for her, it was just so uncomfortable to wear, and it was so much foam and so heavy, and
yeah. And every cosplayer has those cosplays where they look back and they go, I did not do as well.
I met her when she did Ursula.
Yes. Her Ursula's so good. She had flotsam and jetsam on her skirt as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love this photo. So
yeah. For
got the perfect cast face.
Who haven't perhaps been following her or ThermoCosplay for WonderCon back before the world got set on fire, they did a Hercules skit, and it was fantastic, utterly fantastic. So, and this is my chance to pimp out that she also does hair. So she actually is the one who did my hair. I know it's a little faded out and a little grown out, but when I come on and you're like, oh my God, is that a wig or hair? It's usually hair, and it's because of Ashley. That was at LA Comic-Con. That was her
Yeah.
Phoenix outfit.
That was, I loved her LA
Mhm.
Comic-Con skit.
Mhm.
And we also did D23 together.
Oh yeah. Yep. God, that feels like it was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
So many years ago. Only 3,
Just
but
forever.
so many. 3
It
or
was
4.
decades ago. I mean, this shot's funny.
Yes, her Cinderella got her like her Cinderella is so good, and it's specifically the, as you can see with the fairy godmother here, it's specifically the Cinderella from 2000, I think, Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which is
I think it was around that area. Yeah, I think that's around
the
that
best
time.
Cinderella. If you have not seen it, it stars Brandy. It has Whitney Houston as the fairy godmother. It has Jason. I want to say Jason David Frank, and I know that's not right because I've been watching Power Rangers.
It's okay. It's hard to remember who's what because there's
as,
so
the
many
king.
versions of the Cinderella movies too. That's like the hard thing about that one.
This is my personal recommendation if you haven't seen Rogers and Hammerstein's live action Cinderella from like 2000, I think it was. Maybe even the 90s, I forget.
It may have been the late 90s.
Yeah.
So, but there you go.
Yes.
Ashley does cosplay.
Yep. And then Ashley does hair, is her hair stuff. So
yeah. So we've got another cosplayer, is a male cosplayer, because I just randomly started following this person because I saw their Predator, was like, what?
Yeah.
So Omega Shine cosplay. Oh my goodness! Like, his work is amazing.
Look at that Predator,
dude. I mean, yeah. And that's a lot of work. And he does a lot of his own stuff too. Like, I see him working on, like, I'll have to find, he did a Spawn too. And he was like showing the work in progress. And it was so, I mean, look at this, like, so much time involved.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing with muscle suits and body suits and stuff like that. They can be such a great tool to take your physique to the place that you want it to be. To get those like superhero proportions and stuff like that. But you have to do it well. Like, you have to do it well and take the time to shade it and to contour and make it look good. I've seen so many people with just like flat, like muscle suits, and I'm just like, this is doing nothing for you but being like uncomfortable. Okay.
Yep.
And see, following my own homework.
So amazing. But I mean, I like all of the work in progress, so you can see how this was put together. You know, like, I think he bought the headpiece and then but put it all together. I mean, look at that muscle suit before he started like sealing and painting it.
Yeah, that's the level of detail that you need to have a muscle suit look good. Like, if you just try put like 6 little knobbies for your abs and then like pecs, you're gonna just look awkward.
Yeah. And he just used like a Zentai suit and like basically contact cemented all of that stuff on and then sealed it all up.
Yep.
So you can work with pretty limited materials. You can use furniture foam, and then you just have to seal it really nice, and you can get a really good looking thing without having to use silicone or anything else. So
yeah, I think
don't be afraid to tackle things.
Yeah, I think most people who do foam suits like that do a 2-piece where they have a base, and then they have the foam, and then they have the top layer, and you just glue those together. So you basically have foam sandwiched between 2 layers.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I love cosplayers who like do work in progress shots too. Like, I always aspire to be one of those like cosplayers, but like my brain, once, like my little ADD brain, once I get into something, I just like go. And then when people are like, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I sat down and now I have whatever this is. Like, if people who are like, how did you shape your Mando armor? I'm like, I don't know. I sat down with Sintra and heat gun, and now it's the shape that I wanted. So cosplayers who can like stop and take work in progress photos are like unicorns. Like, they're gorgeous.
This is like one of those things, like getting dressed.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, this is so easy. Hang on. I got to put this on, and I got to stretch this over here. Then I got to clip this here. Then I got
We're actually going to do a time lapse. How do I get into my Rio outfit? Because people are like, oh, that looks so like seamless and stuff like that. I'm like, that's because it's a complicated, like, you have to put this piece on, and then like you have to put the spats on, and then put the
Yeah.
shoes on, and then put the shin armor. And like if you do it any order wrong, like it's not going on. You have to start over.
Nope, it's not. So our next cosplayer that we're giving a shout out to is Cosplay Choco. And they've been on our show too.
Love Cosplay Choco.
Oh my gosh, I love her freaking like, oh, when I saw this, I was like, girl.
She does a lot of like the anime cosplays, a lot of the fun weeb traps, I guess. For those of you who don't know, that's from JoJo's. That's a Gretsu. So
cool. I also this is beautiful.
Yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm like, I want to see it in person, wear it to a con I'm going to. And I love her Saitama.
That's so fantastic.
Beautiful.
I love that. I love seeing people's takes on how to deal with the pandemic issue too. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, this is, I mean, she's got a very colorful, very gorgeous, very anime style. And I want to give her props to being dynamic in like every photo I see her in. There are some cosplayers, myself included, who can kind of fall into like one stance for photos, and then like you scroll down and it's just like that stance. So props to her for being dynamic and
well, and I gotta attribute that to her dance background, because dancers just know how to move their body, and it's amazing. So apparently we need to all do is learn how to dance, and then we can all pose.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she has a wide variety. But like Amber said, there are a lot of, it's pretty much just anime and web comics, but they're all really beautiful. I mean, right here, like there's her dance background coming into play. Like,
oh, awesome! Look at that.
It's just amazing, that pose. Like,
yeah,
because she's literally on point there.
Yep. Do not do that. So, you're not actually trained in ballet.
Yeah. And you don't have to do that. Obviously, do not hurt yourself if you're not trained like that. That is okay. But yeah, we recommend Cosplay Choco as another person to follow. Check her out. So let's see here. Who do I have next on my list? There's so many tabs open up here. I'm like trying to keep track.
I know. Sam's like, send only 10. And I think we ended up with something like 50.
Like 50. I'm like, I don't know if I can show all these, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah. So again, if you're not following, like if your feed is overwhelmingly white, you are missing out.
So this is one of my favorites too, because her body makeup is amazing.
Look at that. Nice.
Oh, I love Arab Glee. Oh, wait, hang on a second.
Oh. Yeah, transformation.
It's so cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she like, this is really good. The way that her makeup looks, like it's just it looks, you're like, oh, I'll see. And that she's the one of those people that I was like, oh, you know, that's a good idea, putting the tissue inside your ears. Why did I never think of that?
See, I just do Twi'leks, so I don't have to airbrush my ears. Like the 1 or 2 times I've had to airbrush my ears, like Matthew has to like hold me up, because like as soon as it hits me, I go, ah! Like.
Well, I have to airbrush my ears because I always seem to do characters that need to have airbrush on their ears. Plus, I'm one of those people that my skin tone is actually on my ears different than my actual facial skin tone. I don't know why. And it's different enough that it bothers me. So, yeah. She just makes makeup look so easy. I know it's a lot of practice. Like, this is a lot of practice. But
and this is the thing that I talk to people all the time with body paint, where they go, well, you just look so good and mine doesn't. It's like, I've been doing this for years at this point. Like, I've made mistakes. Like, there's pictures of me out there looking like flat as a board. When I first started cosplaying Twi'leks, I didn't think to darken my eyebrows. So there's plenty of cosplays out there where I look like I don't even have any eyebrows. And like I've made many mistakes, and I've learned from those mistakes. So you just have to go do it.
Yeah, and she's one of those people too. She wears like a lot of bodysuits, and she does a really good job with like blending it in, making it look pretty seamless. Like, don't be afraid. You don't have to paint yourself up. You can totally just wear a bodysuit.
That's awesome.
She has such funny videos too, but she's just a really, I mean, oh, look, it's Cutie Pie Anna's here, please. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. And see, this is two people taking on, I think, the same character. They're both Oberon.
Yeah, they're interpreting it in different ways.
Yeah, which I love.
Well, I think that might be. I think it's Zelda, and I think it's because that's Zelda's bathing suit, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not a
it
big
is.
Zelda,
but it's still amazing.
I watched as Matthew played Breath of the Wild. I watched.
That's Zelda, yeah. So, but they just, I mean, I love watching her for her videos. She's also very like cause positive. She's very big supporter of making sure that cosplayers of color are treated equally, and like completely agree. And she just, I mean, she loves to troll trolls too. She's really good at trolling trolls.
Which I think will be one of those topics that we talk about sometime soon, is dealing with trolls, because like they're out there, they're everywhere. Like,
yeah. I mean, she does a Harley too. They're like, this is Harley. This is not Starfire. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? But yeah, no, once again, we're going to scroll all the way up to the top so you can see her tag, so you can follow her. Boom. And a lot of these cosplayers also have links to all of their other pages, so you can check out maybe if they've got stores.
Because she looks like she's predominantly a TikToker.
Yeah,
that also
but she shares everything to Instagram. So that's nice. It's nice that she's, you know, like me, if you don't have TikTok.
Yeah. I try and cross post as much as possible too, but it's definitely one of those things where the crowd on Instagram and the crowd on TikTok are very different. So sometimes jokes that I make on TikTok, like, does the pug have bones? Like, that doesn't land in Instagram. Like, people on Instagram are like,
no. All right, so this is your favorite.
Yes. Oh, Shanjas. Oh my God, I love her so much. So she's a Las Vegas-based cosplayer. One of her cosplay goals is to cosplay literally every example of Starfire that is in existence. So I met her at Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con, where she was cosplaying a workout Starfire from one panel in the 80s comics done by George Lopez, I think. So she has, so that's her classic 80s Starfire. That wig is massive. Like the wig is massive. She just did a new Starfire. She is working on, and I don't know if she has any pictures on it here, but she's working on an Africanized Sally. So Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, she's recreating her with all, there she is. Yeah. With all like African fabrics and stuff like that. And that's one of those instances where this is specifically an Africanized Sally. And she wanted to pay homage to the actual character of Sally, while kind of making a commentary on the fact that Tim Burton's is infamous now for saying that his works aren't for people of color. So that was her way of kind of reclaiming her love of Nightmare Before Christmas. But she does a lot of charity work. She does, she's a huge Beetlejuice stan. Like, if you like Beetlejuice, you're gonna jive well with her. And she did all that. She's an amazing seamstress, and she's freaking hilarious. Like, just one of the most genuinely kind and like radiant people that I know. So big recommendations here. And especially if you go to Las Vegas, any cons there, look her up. So, right. She's just so good. She's so good. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, I saw her Starfire. I think that's where I met her. And that, like, I agree, that wig is intense. Like, the first time I saw it, I think she's trimmed it up because, like, it used to be bigger.
Yes.
It was so big. Like, it was just, like, girl, half your outfit is your wig.
It was like 4 wigs or something like that to get that size. And I was just like, girl.
I like this one too.
So, yep. That's Dazzler, I think it is.
Old school Dazzler. And then she did Lita from ElfQuest, which that's where I was like, oh my gosh, ElfQuest. I don't see a whole lot of ElfQuest cosplayers, so that like made me really happy.
I think that's one of those and like animations that if you know it, you know it. If not, you're like, what?
Yeah, ElfQuest is a comic series that I've been following since I was like fourth grade. So I have the whole series. But yeah, no, I when I started following these are just beautiful, so pretty.
Yep.
And she is like a master crafter.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like watching her like be like, I'm gonna make this, and then 2 days later she's made it, and I'm just like, girl, how?
You should watch some of her videos.
Also
they are really funny. She has very funny videos.
Yes. Her TikTok is
trying to find the original Starfire with that big freaking wig, man. That way, it's probably just, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I think she did, like you said, downsize it so she wouldn't.
Yeah, but I mean, she's also like super tall. I did not expect that when I first met her. I was like, oh, hi.
Lopez, not Lopez. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you screaming at me?
Because they want to scream at you. That's all.
Screaming at me.
All right. So there you go. That is her name right here. All right.
Spoopy says, I don't want to be here. Everyone say hi to Spoop.
Hi, Spoop.
Child, say hi.
Hi, Spoop.
Say hi. He's like,
all right.
Love you, Mom.
Our next cosplayer is from Jinx, who could not be here today. And it is Unagi Hime. She's a newer cosplayer. And so there's not many posts on here. I think she does a lot more on TikTok and Facebook. But she's still she loves to make stuff.
That's awesome.
And I can't wait to see more posts from her. I'm like, post more. Post more.
And it's fun. It's because it's one of those things where it goes to the importance, if you are a cosplayer of I'm gonna use the dreaded branding word, as far as consistency for your name across all platforms, because we're showing primarily from Instagram here, but so many of the younger generation are on TikTok primarily. So and this is speaking to if you are interested in monetizing or somehow making more of cosplay than just a hobby, which you don't have to do. Cosplay is fine just as a hobby. You do not need to monetize cosplay. Don't take my words the wrong way. Not monetizing cosplay is a-okay. But if you do want to monetize it, or you do want to get brand partnerships, or you do want to reach out and make it slightly more of a kind of professional thing, you want to have the same name on all social medias, because different generations are going to go to different places to look for you. Yeah.
And that's one thing I've struggled with, is some of these people have different names across the platforms, and I'm just like, well, how do I find you?
It's hard when your name is different and you have to say, well, on TikTok I'm in this, on Instagram I'm in this, blah blah blah. So when you're choosing a cosplay name, try and get the same name across all platforms. If you want to. You don't have to. This is not a rule. Just if you want to do more with cosplay than just hobby, get that name on all the platforms.
Yeah.
So
this is also a newer one that Jinx shared with me, and they are amazing. And they also like to push the gender norm barrier, which makes my life happy. So yes, their work is beautiful.
My God, that's gorgeous.
Also, the wigs that they wear just look so clean. I'm like, how do you do that? I'm just jealous over here.
Oh my God.
But the transformation phase, but it's like a freaking Spider-Man. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yes.
I mean, look at this. Look, yes. Yay. So cute. Spider Venus.
That's adorable. Great. And I love seeing mask and male weaves too, because it's one of those things where I feel like especially anime has been stigmatized as far as being girly because it is so bright and colorful. So I love
Yeah.
to see male cosplayers not afraid to wear the colorful, sparkly stuff and mask presenting cosplayers as well.
So pretty. But in such the best, and like, look, you can tell what character. I mean, it's just, yeah,
so
yeah,
pretty.
yeah. And I mean, I love when people push that boundary.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm about to kind of take up my Kratos mantle again. It's happening.
Yeah.
So
I am here for it. I am here for it.
I may have gotten some weight bars to make sure my muscles can come back a little bit more aggressively.
I'm looking forward to working off pandemic weight and getting back into go mode again. So I love that casual Sailor Venus. So good.
I mean, there's an Ursula. Totally tell. This one is just so well done, well executed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just guys, girls, they, them, everybody, all people of the spectrums. Embrace the characters you love.
Yeah. I love the yang. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
like glasses, it looks like sassy. He's like,
and this is another one of those things too, where I get newer cosplayers who are like, oh, well, I want to cosplay this character, but this part of their costume makes me uncomfortable, or I don't like this part. Then change it, babe. Like, then change it. The first time I cosplayed Starfire, I didn't want to show that much skin because I wasn't comfortable with my own body. So I gave her a leotard and armor. Like, and people still knew who I was. People still said, oh, you're Starfire. You know, and if you change it too much, you might have people go, oh, who are you? And you can say, oh, well, I'm this character. And then they'll go, oh, yeah, that's so cool. So, you know, like, don't be afraid. Like, obviously, if you're competing in masquerades and stuff like that, accuracy is one of those one of those metrics that they grade you on. But if you're not competing, like, have fun, like, change things, like make your cosplay for you.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
At the end of the day, it's on your body. So
the next cosplayer we're shouting out, I love her so much. She's also she, they, them. So like it's a she or it's a they, and it's fine. Okay. That's okay. And so like sometimes I'm like, well, in some videos she'll say she, and other videos say they. So just pay attention to the videos. I mean, it's just a gender fluidity thing. That's another thing too. Please be mindful of people's gender pronouns.
And if you don't have gender pronouns in your profile, go put them in. Even if you line up with the profile, the pronouns that you present as, it helps, especially like the trans community, to not immediately have that red flag. Red flag. But like it just normalizes it for everybody, and we're doing a great job, I think, of endorsing non-binary people. But right now, non-binary comes with the expectation that you're going to be androgynous, and that doesn't work for all non-binary people. So just, you know, if doesn't matter what your gender orientation is, just put your pronouns in your bio. Let's normalize it. Let's make it a thing.
I loved this video recently. Robin was like, yeah.
Nice. Doing my hair. Here, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? Go away. Go. There we go. Yeah. Marianne's like, what?
The videos that Robin makes are just so much fun.
Lazy.
So much fun. They're great. Oh, the Catra is great too. Oh, my cat just startled me. Hey, dude.
Cat's like, I heard cat.
I heard cat. I'm a cat.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna see some Wednesday action. Yeah. I love transformation videos on TikTok. Like, it's like 50% of my feed at this point. Like 50%. Politics and stuff like that.
Robin's also really big on, like, again, cause positive. So just love yourself for who you are.
And that's another good point, you know. cosplay is for everyone, regardless of your size and regardless of how accurate you are to the character. Oh, look at that makeup. I love that makeup.
I actually did my Lady Demetrius because of Robin the Nerd and because of Midnight Persona. It's both their faults. Like, I saw theirs and I was like, I'm inspired. Dang it, no.
There are some cosplays that I see other cosplayers do, and I go, I kind of want to do that now. Like,
I know, right? Yeah,
and that's good. That means we're inspiring each other. So, yeah.
So awesome.
So
also,
good.
this was like my favorite because I love Two Broke
I
Girls
love Two
like
Broke
so
Girls.
much. Love it.
I was just saying I wanted to cosplay that, but like I was like,
I want to too so bad.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes, okay, we're gonna do that together. That's gonna happen. Because those dresses are pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
So
and you can be hi. Spoops back. I actually have a pair of Louboutins too, so there we go.
Ooh.
I can be Caroline. I got I got them at Goodwill for like $10. I was like, are these Louboutins? Like, are these?
So I already mentioned Midnight Persona, and that's literally the next person we're going to.
Yay!
So Midnight Persona is just, oh my gosh, she's freaking amazing. Her makeup, the contacts, her stylization. She's one of those cosplayers where we mentioned if you don't feel comfortable doing it a certain way, embrace your own version of that character. And that is what Midnight Persona does. But you still know the character and you still recognize them. And it's just wonderful. It's wonderful. And this made me laugh. She like did a cow day. Like there was cows.
Cow talk is
like,
real. Like cow talk is real.
I did not realize how popular cows were. I was like, but this whole video and all the cow looks that she did.
Yeah, like I'm so impressed right now. Yeah.
Just great. Great work. Gretzko again. Gretzko's popular right now.
Yeah.
Like, super popular.
Which
and
I keep looking at it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch this show, aren't I?
You have to. I mean, it's a heavy metal red panda. It's so great.
Thermo's sidekick was like, yes, you need to watch this. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll work on it. I'll put on my
and it's just really feel good, and you can kind of honestly jump in pretty much to any episode and just have fun with it.
That's good.
If I recall correctly, Midnight Persona has been sponsored by Maron before because of like the looks. Just so strong. And we've had her on the show, I think, twice now.
Before my time, I think
twice now. I interviewed her for Fangirl Nation. It's like how I met her.
Yes, Jessie.
Boom. See, that's a thing too. So Midnight likes to buy pre-made costumes and then modify them to be more comfortable. That's the thing.
Also like to do that.
Don't be afraid to do that. Like sometimes you can't make it from scratch and you just kind of need a base.
Yep. And it's one of those things where like I'm in a position where I need to do between 2 and 4 photo shoots a month. I don't have the ability to make 2 to 4 cosplays per month. So like we end up buying at least a cosplay a month just so that I have stuff to produce. And you know what? Like some of those cosplays that I buy are like my favorite cosplays. Like I actually have Jessie from Team Rocket as well from Artifice Clothing, I think it is. It's like this vinyl thing. And I got it out and like I wore it and I was just like, I'm never taking this off. And sometimes it's nice to just get a cosplay and like not have like blood, sweat, and tears attached to it. You just put it on and it's done.
Yep.
Like, you're just like, oh, I opened up a package and now I'm cosplaying. So like if you haven't bought a cosplay before and you're looking at buying a cosplay, do it. You might like it. So,
Midnight Persona.
Follow
All right. Now, this one was from Jinx as well. This is Eliana. It says Eliana the Saint.
Oh, I see his nips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Snips.
That is one way to get like an instant follow for me. If I see Star
And
Wars
Sally.
feed, I'm gonna follow. Especially.
And look at Maul. Look, it's a Maul.
Yes.
I feel like Maul is so much work. So much work.
I see so many like femme malls too, like specifically saying malls with like the hair and stuff. And I love it. I love that look so much. I think it is so good. I love when female presenting people do it. Like, I'm just like, I'm here for it. And the makeup and everything like that makes me so happy. Yeah, Raya. Love Raya. Ship Raya. Very hard. Or Rava. Raya? Rava. Oh my God, I need more coffee.
Like, yay! So
That movie.
I was like looking through this earlier today. I'm like, oh, look, Jinx gave me another person to follow. See, that's the thing is I love these types of episodes when we're just doing following people because I get to find more people to follow. And I am always up for just finding more people. Like, why not?
Agreed. Gorgeous Azula. Yes. I love that she did Aang too.
Yeah, I love Aang. Okay, my cat. I'm sorry, buddy. There's no space for you up here. And he's going to do it anyways. Okay.
Mine left me alone because I picked him up too many times. He was like, nah, I'm out of here. And that's for the other
cat will find a way. He will find. This is a funny photo, like mid hee.
Action shots are so much fun, and they're so hard to get and hard to have look natural because you don't realize until you try and photograph how awkward you look as you're moving, like just through the world. Like, it's very awkward. Yes. Love some Jack Skellington here.
I'm going all the way back up. I know, buddy. You can't fall off me, though. Sorry, Kitty. Sorry, Kitty. Kitty, no. Okay. You just see his little head. He's like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
His little ear sticking up. He's like, this is my spot. This is my spot. Work around him.
Well, we've got so I've got 3 more people to go through, which we've got time, and then we can always go through more because I had more, but there were also some duplicates. So I was like, All right, so I think it's Liger Zero Gaming. I think that's how you pronounce it. I literally found him by accident because I was just like looking at what I like to do is like to type into Instagram. I'll show you what I do. # Black Cosplayers, # BIPOC Cosplayer, # just cosplayers of color. I just like to follow varieties of people, and I got to be honest. Sometimes I get tired of like just one note color people on my stream. Good old Instagram feed.
And here's the thing: is it's up to us to counteract the algorithm.
Because, I swear the algorithm's always showing me what I want to see the least of. So.
Here's the thing: is that they've done studies after studies after studies that show that algorithms trend towards being racist. So, like, when you are looking, like, this was one of those things that TikTok got early flack for, is that because the algorithm is learning in a flawed world, it picks up those flaws. And so the algorithm in TikTok overwhelmingly suppressed Black, curvier people, disabled people, and stuff like that.
It suppresses LGBTQ, people, plus size people, cosplayers of color, people of color in general. It literally just is like makeup, being skinny, and white people. Like that's literally the algorithm. So, like we were saying, to combat it, you should follow tags that will encourage more variety in your feeds.
And the more that we go in and we boost the posts that the algorithm wants,
the more visibility those people will get.
The more that we will have a world that is as diverse as the world actually is. Yeah. Because social media is like a tiny snapshot of the world. And like one of my favorite people is actually Robert Welsh. He's a makeup artist on YouTube. And he actually talks about Instagram versus reality, where he talks about filters and how curated Instagram feeds are becoming because of these filters. And I don't know if everyone knows this, but if you join TikTok, there's automatically a beauty filter on you even before you turn anything on. And so we get this idea of what the world looks like that is not actually accurate. So it's something that we can do. We just we can fix that as far as making sure that we're seeing people of color, we're seeing LGBT, Q plus people. It just right now we have to do a little bit extra work to make sure that's happening. So I love it.
He has so many video game cosplays.
That's
and
awesome.
then My Hero, because My Heroes. I mean, Hero is a video game too, but I really love the cloud strife that he does. It's so cool.
Anyone who walks around with that giant sword all day has my mad.
They get mad props because that sword is just intense.
People are always like, why does your Twi'lek not have a sniper rifle anymore? And I'm like, because I used to leave it places because I hated carrying it around. So I would get into a con.
I remember that we were in a panel together. We all had to run back because you left it against the wall.
Constantly. That's why I don't carry a sniper rifle anymore, because I just at a certain point my brain goes, do not like, and then it just gets left. So people with oversized props, I'm like, bless. You were doing God's work.
You are just a very, very dedicated human being.
I can't do it.
No, so I can to a degree, like my Nora hammer, but that's just because that's so much fun to play with. And I ended up selling that one because I'm actually going to be 3D printing one. So I have a grenade launcher, but my brother's going to help me with like a transforming 3D printed one.
Ooh, awesome. Taking it to that next level, huh?
But yeah, I like Liger Zero Gaming. He's so he just has so much energy and happiness that his posts are really fun to follow. And I highly recommend for someone that if you're having a bad day, you want to see something funny. He has so many funny videos and stuff. And he's a character in the best way possible. And I love seeing
non-photo shoot photos in a cosplayer's lineup too.
Yeah, because most of his stuff isn't photo shoots. Most of it's just, at an event or he's at home reading a newspaper.
Yeah. Con photos, selfies, I love to see that.
I mean, it's so much fun to just take. That's the one thing that the pandemic kind of made me a little bit sad about, is just the ad hoc photos that you get at events with friends.
Mm-hmm.
And this is good. He jumped in. I mean, I love that photo. It's that's great.
That's some MHA jokery there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The next person, their interpretation of the Sailor Moon characters is probably my favorite by far.
Build up,
Jahara Jade.
Ooh.
These are gorgeous.
Yes. Look at that Venus. That's gorgeous. Oh yeah, I follow her on TikTok.
Yeah.
Wait,
she's amazing.
I don't know. She does a lot where she talks about the different Sailor Scouts, and her goal, in case you haven't seen, is to cosplay all the Sailor Scouts, including Sailor Moon. And it's her stuff is fantastic. She does TikToks, but she also does photo shoots and stuff like that. And it's just perfection. Her stuff is perfection.
I mean, and I know she makes a lot of her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, look at this. That's so good.
And each Sailor Scout has a slightly different take on her, Yeah. And I love that. I love that she puts thought into each of the characters and how she wants them.
She's got different stats, or the happy look, or she really embraces their attitude.
Yeah.
She even does Power Rangers, guys.
Yeah.
She even does Power Rangers.
My
Power Ranger helmet just looks like it would be so uncomfortable to wear. I already have a hard enough time wearing my Mando helmet.
Those are clamshell helmets too that close around. So super rock. But yeah, I'm rewatching Power Rangers right now, and let me tell you, that show did not age well. It is so bad.
Her Gara is really cool too. Like, I love
This is
this.
a terrible show. This is a terrible show. Why did I love this so much when I was younger?
You know what? Because you
I
were
see
a
a
kid
smoking.
and it was cheesy and fun and like, why
Mhm.
not?
Mm-hmm.
But this is again like she's just cosplaying characters that she loves. I love her, Sophie. It's so pretty. It's just I don't know. I really enjoy when you can tell when a cosplayer is happy with their character and she embraces like she loves the characters that she portrays and you can just feel it in her photos and her videos and she is just happy being these characters. So that's kind of a big part of being a cosplayer is you really do need to be happy in your like you have to not only be happy in your own skin, you kind of have to be happy with the character you're choosing. So that's why even if it's a character that someone's like, well, that's only white or that's only this color, they're skinny. It doesn't matter. If that character makes you really, really happy and you're gonna feel so much more comfortable being them, then just be them, you know?
Yeah. And I think especially characters who are different from yourself, sometimes you can steal a little bit of what makes them strong, you know, by really embracing them, you know? Yes. Love it.
So
I love
yeah,
it.
so we've got a couple of minutes left, so I want to make sure we get to the last one. And then if anybody has any additional cosplayers of color that they want to suggest, please let us know. And again, we will post the list. We have a big list. We will post a huge list that we would love for you to follow. We'll make sure we link them in Facebook, either to their pages or to like their Instagram or TikTok or wherever it is that they're most prevalent. But our last cosplayer of color is because this is both of our favorites, Amber. Made by
Mayan!
They are in an incredible like prosthetics and makeup and they research everything they do. They take it all super seriously and also not super seriously because they're behind the scenes. They're hilarious.
They're fantastic. Their body paint is just incredible. I first met them because we both did Twi'leks, and they have this gray Twi'lek Sith who is just mwah. Like every time I see them, I'm just like, I ship you, like I stand you so hard. Yeah, they're like, I just blessed. Like I love it so much, and like they're such a genuinely nice person too. I love seeing them. They're local. They're based in LA. So it's just fun to watch how they've changed and grown too, and watch the things that they come up with as well. Like that fawn, like they did like a nose prosthetic, and they did some behind the scenes of how to put it on and stuff like that. And it's just watching that transformation is just incredible. So they are one of my favorite cosplayers and one of my favorite people. And every time I see them, I'm just like taking you home and I'm putting you in my closet, keeping you forever. Yeah. Yeah. And they talk about the glow ups and stuff like that and about the choices that they've made, as they increase their skills in makeup and as they discover new things that they like to do. So they're fantastic. I love them so much.
It's a Twi family.
Yeah.
Aw, little Twi family.
I miss
my the first
family.
photo of theirs that I saw. I don't know if it was this one specifically, but it was their derp Mystique that I saw. My brain was like, But yeah, I love this because that is literally the struggle right there.
Yep. You get to a point where you just have like raccoon eyes and then like splotches, and you're like, will I ever look human again? And the answer is yes. You just got to keep scrubbing.
No.
But yeah, I love their Chun-Li. I love their Twi'leks. Love their Mystique. Yep. They're just fantastic. I think they're on TikTok as well, but I think they mostly post through Instagram and Facebook. So
yeah, I see them mostly on Instagram and Facebook. Like this photo.
Yeah. And that's their gray Twi'lek smuggler. I believe. They have a gray Twi'lek Sith and a gray Twi'lek smuggler, and I love both.
Yeah, I think there's one where you see like the whole because that was amazing. That was being like shared. That one and this one too were being shared around for a long time.
Yeah.
Because they just use contacts that pop so well against their makeup. Yeah. And it's just intense.
And it's also
here we go.
Contouring too. Like their makeup game just in general is just top notch. And then the choices that they make to frame their face and contour. And this is one of those things is everyone, if you body paint, like remember you need to contour. Like unless you are specifically going for a flat character. If you look at body paint instances where you're like, oh, I love this body paint, guaranteed that they have some contouring going on to just define and shape the face. So.
Yep. And that is everybody, and it's exactly 1 o'clock.
Yay!
We actually have more. Like I said, I'll post the full list next week. It was great. Thank you for joining us on CosTalk Live today. Where can people reach you, Miss Amber?
Hello, you can reach me at amberbriteprops.com if you want a website, or as Amber Brite Props, Brite, like Rainbow Brite, because my mom was a hippie, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, other stuff. Branding consistency is key. Or you can email me at amber@amberbrite.com. I have not been good about responding to emails though, so maybe don't do that.
And then just go to thermocosplay.com, and that's how you'll find me. I have all of my links on there. And starting in January, I will be returning back to my weekly streams and for crafting and all of that. So we'll be doing that. We are taking a break next week. It is a holiday weekend, so we're taking a break. We're also using that weekend to hopefully get through some of the outfits that we have planned. Just a heads up for those of you in the Arizona community, for those of you who are interested in going to TayuCon, the director that was a Predator has stepped down. I have done a call to action asking for them for a long-term plan as to how they plan to remove this person individually, because they are unfortunately financially and legally tied to it. So there is probably going to be a 3 to 6 month process of them having to go through legal stuff to even remove that individual. So I do have plans to go because I signed to do 5 panels well before I even knew what was going on. But if you are going to that event and you need a safe space, look for ThermoCosplay or Amber Brite or Jinx Cosplay on the programming. Find our room, and we will gladly make sure that we can either help you get to a security officer, that we can either help you get to a safe space, or that we can just help you calm down a process and figure out what you want your next steps to be. So we are always welcoming to individuals who need somewhere safe to be, or just lonely and want to hang out with a group of random nerds. So
if you need a mama bear, come find us. We will mama bear you.
Yes. We will even buy you like boba or tea or something, or snacks.
Yeah, snacks fix most things.
We are the snack patrol. I swear we're always buying snacks for people.
Now I want to go get boba, Sam. But yes, that goes for me too, especially if you ever see me on the programming as a guest. You can always come find me on other types of emergencies. I usually have a con kit with me as well for costuming emergencies. But even if you just, if you are gender non-conforming and you want someone to go to the bathroom with you, I just come by, and chances are I haven't peed and Matthew hasn't peed, so always a good thing. So
just look for someone from CosTalk Live, and we will be assist you to the best of our abilities. Again, thank you for joining CosTalk Live today. We hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, wonderful holidays, and we will see you in the new year.
Yeah.
So bye, everybody.
Bye.